Neil, perhaps some eyebrows were raised when you brought Ida and Emil into the club, but it just goes to show out there today that they may be getting on in years in terms of football, but quality and experience always makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I thought Emil was fantastic, and I think everyone will be going away from the stadium today talking about him, and he was ably backed up by the old man, and I thought he ran the game for a good 10-15 minutes the second half. So they have come in and made us better. However, we were poor first half by our own high standards of late, and we were very fortunate that, we had some decent chances ourselves, but there was no question Blackburn had the more clear-cut chances. But we were sloppy, and we were architects of our own downfall at the time. But the response I got second half was absolutely fantastic, and it just shows the character and the quality that they've got now.
Talk about the first half there, Andy Lonergan. We've spoken recently about how good he's been, but again this afternoon he was outstanding when he needed to be.
Well, he's made a couple of great saves, and he has been a huge difference in this run for us. And long may it continue. He's in a very good place at the minute, and we're absolutely delighted with him.
The goal itself, obviously disappointed, probably offside.
It's sloppy, it's a straight ball, and I think Millsy's thinking that Rhodes is going to get a touch on it and tries to play offside, but we were lazy first half and not at it. I think some of them were still working the Christmas dinner off, so that was symptomatic of the way we defended first half. Second half was night and day, and we had that presence up front as well, which with Rob and Liam we knew we wouldn't have had, so we've needed to bring bodies in, and Emil's come in and just lifted the place really again. And we're going to have Craig Davis back for Huddersfield, which is a huge boost for us as well.
Emil's equalising goal, great piece of quality by Ida, surged away on the left hand side, lovely ball to the back post, and Emil just doing what he does best.
Well, I think Ida was the only player on the pitch could execute that, and Emil was just there, and he was full of running today, full of power, brought everybody into the game, real focal point for everything we did second half. And I just told him he looked like he was back in his Leicester days in 1996, he just rolled back the years.
Yeah, he's still physically in very good condition, isn't he?
He is. I mean, better than what we thought, and we took a gamble playing him for the 45 minutes, but we felt we had to change something, and he certainly he revolutionised the game for us. There's no question of that.
Darren Prattley, second game running, comes up with a winning goal, starting to once again find his scoring boot, isn't he?
Well, he's been excellent. He's been a huge player for me since I've come to the club, and he's always had goals in him, and he's starting to find not only goals but the performances have been so consistent, and him and Dan's have been absolutely rocks for the team, and they're having to do a lot of the dirty work, but now that Prats is adding goals to this game as well, so we're getting the complete performances from him at the minute.
Obviously, given the local rivalry, it's a big win for the fans today, but also from the club's perspective, you're closing the gap, aren't you, on the teams above you now?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the fixtures today, it was important to win, and we knew that there were other teams around us playing each other, so people would have to lose points, so to win it psychologically, we're 14th now. We're looking at the playoffs. We're 9 clear of the relegation. We're 9, behind playoffs. We just need to get some bodies in because we're down to the bare bones at the minute.
Game on Sunday against Huddersfield. They come thick and fast right now, but it does give you an opportunity, doesn't it, to really begin to close that gap and keep the momentum going.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see how they are. I've got a 36-year-old and a 37-year-old playing today, so their recovery is going to be a little bit slower than the rest. So we may have to use the squad for this one, but momentum's good, and we're unbeaten in I think 8 now, which is really consistent.